落ちた競合飛べないカラス
What's up, YouTube channel, Duckping here, and in today's video we're gonna have a look at my TCG ban list / predictions for the next list that will come out in, I don't know, 1 week or 1 month, who knows. But anyways, the card that I would want to see, the first one, banned, Snake Eye Flamebird's Dragon. This card is just too good in fire decks, and to be honest, like, fire has been the most dominant deck I think for the last, I don't know, 1 year soon. So please just ban this, and I would think that brings down the power level enough for it not being the completely like the best deck anymore. So that's something I would want to see. The next card that I would want to see banned is the Spooky Dogwood, and this is just basically, I don't think this will happen, but this is something that I would wish that would come true, because basically just game 3, if you play and your opponent drops this is basically a turn skip, you cannot do anything. This is really good if you play Tenpai, you let your opponent goes first game 3, if you lose game 2, and after that you just side in these, and you know, like, it's just so hard to beat the Tenpai player after that, because they will have so much life points, and if they do not do anything, you know, they're fast, the Tenpai player will kill them. And yeah, this card also became a lot more toxic with the new Mulcharmy cards, so I think that's also one reason this card could get banned, or I wish it would get banned. And also, this is not our issue in the OCG, because the time rules are different in the OCG. So I think this is like a TCG exclusive card that I think should get banned just because of the time rules. Next card I would want to get banned, but I doubt it will get banned, is Archnemesis Protoss, and I think it was just a terrible thing for Konami to basically bring this back. Okay, I'm happy that Ritual Beast haven't done too much, like, it's a solid deck, but this card is just one of those cards that I think should get banned, or should be at the ban list like all time, because you know that if it's not like the best card currently, or Ritual Beast even the best deck, there will come a time when this card becomes like a massive problem. It's not currently, that's one of the cards that I just don't really like it in the game. The next card I would want to get banned is Artifact Sight, and you might wonder, like, why Sight? Like, this doesn't make any sense. The thing here is that this card can be used in Ryzial. The deck can set this up and pop it basically on your turn, so basically preventing you from going into your extra deck, and you know, floodgates like this are super fun to play against, right? So yeah. That's one reason why I think the Artifact Sight should get like banned before it becomes an issue. Next monster I would want to get banned, but I also doubt it will happen, is the Albion. And basically, you know, every now and then where there comes formats that hasn't been like fully figured out, there just comes this random guy with the 60 card branded deck to a tournament and just puppet locks everybody and gets away with it and like wins the tournament. And yeah, banning Albion would already decrease this by a lot, I think, and it has just been like flying under the radar for so long. Yeah, so I don't think it's currently a problem, but and then again, this is one of those cards that if it's not hit, it will 100% become a problem at some point. Next card is the Moon of the Closed Heaven, and this is basically just for the Fiendsmith engine, because this basically enables so many decks to get into the Fiendsmith engine, and I think that's a little bit too much. And also this card is a common card, so it wouldn't hurt people's wallets that much if this card just would get out, so I think that would be okay. The next card and last card I would want to get banned is Dimensional Barrier. I've been probably saying this for 2 years now, but this is like one of the cards that, for example, you cannot play Blackwing Synchros currently. Like, if you go second and your opponent sides this in, and you know, you play like a hand trap and they trust into this, or they just draw this and they set it and say Synchros, you know, there's not much you can do. So basically, I think Dimensional Barrier, in a way, it's like an interesting card, but then again, yeah, it limits too much the decks that you can play. It limits too much how you should deck build as well. There's a lot of decks that just become unplayable because of this card, and I don't like that aspect of the game. So I think definitely Dimensional Barrier should get banned, or at least getting limited. So basically, you know when your opponent has it. So like, if they trust into it, you know that they have it set, and then, you know, if you play your Pot of Prosperity or something, you can kind of like a little bit look at what you banish before they just like flip Dimensional Barrier when you activate the Vatas effect or something like this. So yeah, Dimensional Barrier, please banned, but I think this could realistically maybe get limited because it has seen so much side play in the last couple months. Next card I would want to get limited is Phantom of Yubel. I think Yubel has been a really good deck for the last half a year almost. It has been power crept a little bit thanks to the Mulcharming cards that has been released, which is obviously nice, but I think the deck is still at such a powerful level that I think it needs a little bit of a hit, and I think Phantom of Yubel to 1 would be the perfect hit for this deck to just get a little bit of a nerf, and that's it. The next card I would want to get limited is Heavy Storm. So yeah, Heavy Storm back to 1. I think this has been at 1 in the OCG for the last 1.5 years, I think, or something like that, and I do not see why it wouldn't be possible to get 1 Heavy Storm back in the TCG as well. I think it would be perfectly fine, and I think nobody would complain about this. So please bring back Heavy Storm to 1, Konami. Next card, I just have Sangen Summoning here, because this is hard. So Tenpai is I wouldn't say it's a huge issue, but it's a deck that is relatively cheap, I mean, and I feel like a lot of people just don't like the deck in general. And Sangen Summoning is already at 1, but it's really hard to think of what from the dragon should be limited or hit. And also, if Sangen Summoning gets straight up banned, does the deck just suffer way too much and it just dies? That's one thing that I'm not currently sure of. So one thing that I was thinking about, if Sangen Summoning could be banned, maybe that, or it would be probably enough to nerf the deck, enough, at least in my opinion. But then again, I'm thinking, is that too big of a hit for the deck? I don't know. And then if we would start to limit some of the dragons, which one would it be and which one would be the correct hit? I don't really know. So this is kind of a question mark for me currently. The next card that I would actually want to get semi-limited is Gamma. Oh man, I just like this card so much. And yeah, it's just an insane card. I really like it, and it has been so lackluster seeing this card limited, and literally nobody plays this card. Maybe out of 100 deck lists that you see that topped tournaments, maybe 2 or 3 placed it, right. And around 1.5 years ago, this was an insta trio, and then Konami decided to limit it, and it hasn't seen almost any play after that. Every now and then you will see a Labyrinth list that plays it or something like that, but really rarely you see anybody play it. Yeah, so I think this card could come back to 2, and we could test it for a format, and if it becomes a problem, then Konami could take it back to 1, but I doubt it would become a problem, and sometimes Konami makes these risky moves, for example with Protos, that I still do not agree with, but yeah, I think Gamma could come back to 2, and it would basically help a little bit people also combating those hand traps, Fuvalosses, Dimensional Shifters and whatnot that are just dropped, and they might just end the game on the spot. It would also be a way to kind of prevent those from going off than just drawing, your one-off call by the grave, or then to cross out and have the target in your deck, and so on. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, what did you think about this ban list prediction? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a Blackwing Master Tier member to access exclusive member-only videos, updates on my Blackwing decks, and you will also get access to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Optimizer program that will take your deck building skills to the next level. So what are you waiting for? Become a Blackwing Master Tier member from the link in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'm out.
それでも一人じゃなくなったあいつは強いよ。